Hey everybody, my name is Ryan. This is my Raspberry Pi Sprout. Welcome to an episode of Sprout Tutorials. Today we're going to be looking at how to set a static IP address on our Raspberry Pi. This is really helpful if you want to host a gaming server, a website, just some sort of server that does not have an address that is changing all the time. We're going to be looking at makeuseof.com today. They have really good tutorials on all sorts of things. So let's get right into it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to type in hostname-i, and this is going to give you the current IP for your Raspberry Pi. So let's go ahead and write that down. We'll copy and paste it, and we'll do that here. We'll call this current IP. Okay. And then we will move on. Next we need our router's gateway IP address. So we'll just copy and paste this here. And again, we can copy and paste this. We'll do router gateway IP, copy and paste that. And then next we're going to do the router's DNS IP address. Usually it's the same, but we'll see what we get here. Okay, and there it is. Again, that's the same as our gateway, so we can just do, see, where are we? We can do router DNS IP, and again, that should be the, go ahead and copy and paste that. Cool, so that's all the information we need for now. Excuse me, let's go ahead and get out of here, Control X. Next, we're going to add our static IP settings. Luckily, this is really easy. So we'll just copy and paste this here. We'll do sudo nano, and this will get us into an interesting file, the dhcpcd.conf. What you're going to do is you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom here, and we are going to change out some information. So you can see here it's going to be set up something like this. So we're going to replace some information with some of the info we got. I've already replaced it, so this is my current setup, but I'll go step by step for you here. So the interface here is going to be whether or not you're using an Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi. So if you can do WLAN 0 for Wi-Fi if your Raspberry Pi is using Wi-Fi, or ETH 0 if you're using an Ethernet cable. Next, the static IP address. This will be the static IP you want for your Raspberry Pi. So remember, this is your current IP, and you can change this to the new one that you want. Again, I've already changed mine, so it can be 200, it could be 209, it could be 308, it can be 491, it can really be anything you want here. 201 is very default, and -24 means it's running 24 hours a day. Static router, again, the gateway IP address that we got from our local network, so that'll be here. So just go ahead and copy and paste that here. And again, the DNS information that we got, which is here. Put that there. And that should be everything we need. Let's go ahead and do Control X. I'm not going to, well, I guess I'll save. I don't think I changed anything there. Press Enter. And the last thing we want to do is sudo reboot. So we'll do that, and that should just take a minute. You can see I've lost the connection. And that's pretty much it. We have now set a static IP on our Raspberry Pi. Let's give it a few minutes. I'll ping. Okay, so it seems it's back online. Let's SSH into it. Oops, SSH Pi at Sprout, connection refused. Interesting. Let's do sprout.local, because I guess that's on my local network here. Or we can ping, actually, we can ping the new IP address, 1.1.201. Okay, and it seems that it's not fully rebooted yet. I guess you just need to give it a minute here, and it will it'll come back online when it wants to, I suppose. Let's do ping 192.168.1.201. Okay, request timeout. Okay, it's, oh, there it is. Okay, lovely. Okay, it just took a minute for things to reboot. So we'll do Control X here, excuse me, Control C. Then we can do SSH Pi at Sprout. Cool, now it's asking for a password. Okay, now we're in, and again, we check this with hostname-i to make sure that the new IP is there, and there it is. Success! Congratulations, you have now set a static IP address for your Raspberry Pi. This will come in handy for future projects on this channel, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.